Right, welcome back to the series on contracting. Now, we're on Maypole at the moment. I just had word that they need some help up at, see if I can get this right. Oh, at Glen Isle, I think it is, up in Scotland. So we're going to go there for a few weeks. They can manage down here without me for a while. This isn't exactly squares. That's one thing you have to get used to on these maps. Nothing is actually square. Now will that? No, it goes over a bit, I think. We'll try anyway. Oh, that'll do. So we're going to finish this one off. Possibly it may be time to do a second fertilizer mission, in which case that's what we'll do. Right, I think I'll just come along the edge here. Yeah, we're a bit. Estimate I'm going to be up there about 5-6 weeks. Just do a few jobs up there and we'll have a look round. I hear that Scooter here is looking forward to seeing us up that way. And then we'll be back here again afterwards. Oh yeah, we're doing it. Right, no, I'm not going in character too much on this one. I have no course play on, and Glen Isle is new map by Scooter here, and I will be looking at it more. Or will, by the time you see it, I've already looked at it a bit more fully. But we have to look round and a quick sort of test of how things look. I've already been playing it a while, and actually by 26 I will have been playing it about a month. Yeah, such as the lead in now on my videos. I managed to get up to 2 weeks ahead, which is where I want to be. And then if I get any problems, 2 weeks I haven't got to worry about, except for putting stuff up now and again on the weekend. I was going to put some of my old games up on the weekend and have a look at those, but some of it just isn't happening. There's so much happening at the moment. We've got Roy going nuts, keep updating his two maps. This one Maypole and of course Riverview. And Scooter here is back making maps. I don't know if he's going to make many. Oh, we're done. I'm not going to bother to do any more than we have to on here. Save as much fertilizer as we can. We'll see what else we've got. We've got a small one. We might probably have enough on here to do another small field. So we'll find out, shall we? And that's basically what I'm going to do today, is fertilising fields. Let's just call that one in. Collect, that's another 3,000, that's not bad. Of course we'll lease this, so that's going to go anyway, so don't want to call it in yet. I want to get rid of the fertiliser so we can keep that. I noticed in the last one I will just get rid of the frame counter. Just when I started this up I had a forest scan running, and I wanted to see if I could run it with the forest scan running and everything else running. I decided again, so I cancelled the forest scan. But that's all done all by 98%. That's going through the Steam stuff, and that's going to take forever. There's a lot of stuff in the Steam folder. Possibly not so much as Species says it's got, but there's a good 150 games in there. No real need to do a forest scan. I haven't had any warnings on that. I do a smart scan every now and again, and I have malware bytes running full time. There wasn't any forest running full time, of course. And so far, touch wood, and I'm touching my head at the moment. You may have heard the sound of wood on wood, or hand on wood. I had no problems. And long might it remain like that. Right, I want to tip out the stuff we've got here. Now what I shall do is check at the end of this how much money we've got. Or if we haven't finished one, I'll finish it off screen. But as soon as I've done, I'll check how much money we've got. That's it. That's empty. Well, away off. Switch it off. Oh, yeah. And now call it in. There's another 1800. That's fertilizing there. That's 50. Yes. Well, let's see where 57 is. Shall we have a little bit of hunt, see if we can find 57? Oh, this could be fun to find. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Shall we try that one? Yeah, go on, let's. Borrow items. Oh, of course, this one's got a liquid sprayer on it. Would have, wouldn't it? Just when I've got some. So we're not going to actually make much money on this one. We're probably at a loss. But hey-ho. The fertilizer in any box I've got here will have to stay here. And that'll be here when we come back again. Mind I prefer spraying because I can see the width of the thing a bit better than guessing it. I'll do it so I don't hit the sprayer. Now watch me hit it now. Now 57 should be fun. It's going to take all episodes for me to get there. That should be a little bit easier now that Roy's button in the pathways are shown a bit better. We've got a pallet of fertilizer. We'll take a pallet of this stuff. That's the contract, it's more than a contract, so we might want to try and pick up another contract. That's 3,000 litres there. Is that close enough to it? I doubt it. No, it isn't. This is the spray I've been using more and more on my own maps, the slightly bigger one, and use that with the front tank. Although on course players, if I'm using it on course players, the front tank runs out. You have to empty the front tank. You can do it on the field, then fill up the rear tank from the front tank, if you know what I mean. Not I mean, Henry. Right. Let's see if we can find our way up to 57. Heinz. 57 varieties. There's a little New Holland. One thing doing the contract, especially if you're borrowing all the equipment, you don't have to get to drive some different stuff around. I definitely do need 2 contracts. I'm not using the multi-contract mod. I think it makes it too easy. You know, you pick about many contracts you want of the same type and use the equipment from one, just pay for the equipment for one and use it on all of them and call them all in at the end. I'm not doing that because so I think it makes it slightly too easy. At least that's what Stu told me. No, I think we've got. I think one thing they haven't done on here, I'm giving you enough weight. That's very. It's very light on the front end. I had this problem when I was using Fiat with this sprayer. Because you can't put an actual weight on the front end. That's one of my off-screen goes. Now I can't go too hard on this. In fact, what I should do is bring the cruise speed to a sensible speed and try it like this. Where I was on these roads for finding a way, the fun is going to start when we get onto the dirt roads. I don't want to bring the. We can't see it very well on this one. Sit alright in the little one, and you can sit alright on the main map, but not on the There we go, look. Yeah, very, very front end light. In fact, I would get it off this bit of road, man. We just have a... Oh, yeah. Whew. I think you don't want the Mega 2200 full on the back of this one. And it's a ton weight on the front. Alright, now, let's have a quick look at the main map. Saving content always is, well, there's two ways we... No, we can't, no, it just goes to the 61, we've got to go... This, we could end up anywhere. There's not one opposite side. The big problem is steering this thing. Well, let's just check what one we got to go. Oh, we got to go to the side of between 52 and 60, so we must be going up this way. I'm guessing then we turn here, or with the way how light this is on the front, attempt to turn this way. Yeah, we go again. Oversteering. In fact, what I'm going to do, so we've got to come back this way. I'm just going to empty that out. Just put about 1,000 litres back in. I wonder however much one of these is holding. That'll do. Hopefully that'll keep it down. We can put the rest of that on when we get back. That's the trouble when you're greedy. 57, I can see where it is. So we've got still a bit light on the front, but not as bad now. So it looks like it's round here at the end here. If I tell you that when Maypole first came out, and on some of the pre-release versions, it was almost impossible to find your way here. I think 55 is my favourite to try and find my way here too. I spent many a happy hour. I'm just going to come out of cab so I can see how this is going. And I'll do this out of cab. I'm not quite into that much masochism at the moment. I'll try and do this in cab. I should only do about 7 mile an hour anyway when we're spraying. And at least we can see where we're being. Yeah, I'm quite happy at the moment. There's a lot of, well, I say a lot. There's a very good small British style maps about. I would say it's 3 now in half. There's this one, it's Riverview, and now Glen Isla. And all not made by people I know, like, and admire. And all with fully glidable hedges. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I love it. I love the problems of trying to work out how to do things. But then I am hard. When I commented on one of the species videos about someone, I said I was a little bit hard, and he just commented back, a little bit? Don't know what he meant. We must be getting close, I think. Start on that bit up there and we'll have a full lot. At least that's running a bit better now. It's not lifting the front up quite so much. Behind you, we've got to get back to the story unless we can find another field up That won't help, will it? Not in the least. I keep thinking of finding another one, but because I'm not using my own equipment yet, I haven't got enough money. We do want to find a couple more. That's it. I was beginning to think we're going to stop. This is a way out. Oh, it's over here. I dread to think how long it took Roy to sort all these fields out in the pathways term and make certain that every field actually had an exit and entrance. Oh. Tell you what, if I was trying to do this, I would do them, yes, I'd make all the fields and I'd have the entrances all the wrong places. That's why I don't make maps. I haven't got a map maker's mind. I think we went this way. Look, oh yeah, the tyre tracks are there. So we've got to get this lot back, and we know on this one we're making a loss because of the cost of the fert. But we have the fertiliser anyway. When we get up to Scotland, we have to buy our own. We're not just a product course play on. This is now development version 19 and actual version 601. Oh, it's another one. Can we pick? Oh, we can pick that one up. The amount of fertiliser used on these small fields. Just slow that down again so we can go about 12-13 miles an hour. That's better. Back to the shop. Now I remember why I was taking them all close to the shop, so I didn't have this run. But I thought we might as well have a little bit of fun, see if I can get myself completely lost. And I better slow down before this bend. It's one which I've seen a lot of videos on. I'm looking forward to getting, but I'm waiting for the new version to come out. And that's Sutton Farms, which is based in Suffolk. But I'm going to swallow my pride as a proud man of Norfolk and actually play it. Based on a real farmer, I understand. WHF, I think, is the author. First one was it should only be on FSUK. You can get it elsewhere, the first version, but I'm going to wait until the new version comes up on FSUK before I play with it. I'd like taking maps where I can from the original site that it should be on. Oh, yeah, there we go again. When you turn and go and correct your turn, it's a problem. I'll be sorry to get rid of this. Ain't too bad if you've got a front tank up, because that to keep that full, that's going to keep the front end down. How we doing? Oh, we got time to do one more. We should make money on the next one. Yeah, so I look forward to seeing Sutton Farms. I heard good reports on it, and that'll be on version 1. But as I say, I'm waiting until the updated version comes on FSUK. Yeah, yes, I will use FSUK, even though I am a moderator on PCSG, and I advertise it quite heavily. There's room for us all. There's room for good sites like ourselves, FSUK, the official mod hub, American Eagle modding and such, and GitHub. And GitHub is my... If I know there's a mod that I want in development, that's my first port of call now, the GitHub. Alright, I'll just empty this out. I shan't be sorry to get rid of this lot off the back. You sit just drifting around. I'm just kind of care once we back up. Then we put it here. Right, switch it off and go and call this one in. See, we made a big loss on this one, but that's not a problem. No, is that that's liquid? As is that. Never used that. No, I don't fancy. I fancy doing that field, but I don't fancy that equipment. It's not actually. I've got something against the John Deere. I just don't fancy the tow behind. Not on this map. We'd do this one. And I think it's got the same. Oh dear, it's got the same setup. Should be fun, but it shouldn't be that big. So if I put a very small amount in there. Because I think these are set. Tell you, yeah, looks just about the same. The T5, a bit small and weedy, to be honest. What I'll do is I'll put about 700 litres of fertiliser in the tank. I'm gonna hit the sprayer if we're not careful. And because on narrow tyres don't help, I do find, I don't know if I just subconscious, but I do find they handle a lot different on the little narrow tyres than they do on the full width. It might just be me, of course. I'll take it from here. Don't know how close enough there. Yes, we are. Get it so I can see the figures. Better do. That'll be plenty. And which one will we doing now? It's field 14. We better check where 14 is. When we come back after a little bit of time at the school, I was down by the shop. I think, oh, it's a turn off here. On that bend. And yeah, when we're back down to Scotland, I'll do more of the stuff away. Hopefully, then, if we do well on the up in Scotland, we can actually afford a tractor if we're on and spray gear. I'm going to be doing mainly spraying. Mainly because I found part of them to buy the spray, but you get the big tubs that I got there, the big drums. They're relatively cheap and they do a lot of fields, especially fields this size. In fact, you don't need this big spray. You're better off for the Coon, the little one. And if necessary, have the front tank. But even with this one, I'd use the front tank, if only to weigh the front end down. But this is better, having a little bit less fert in there is allowing me to drive my normal style, i.e. badly. I think we do two more. We do this one and one more after this. I think we've got time to do that. Be a slightly longer video, but as it's not one of the most popular series at the moment, I shall just have some fun. One thing I don't really go into a popularity contest. Just notice something. Is there come out of cab a minute? Oh, yes, there is. So that's I couldn't for the life of me in cab. Oh, I can see it now. I couldn't see the wiper. I kind of think they'd missed something. Now, 14. Oh, this is one of those awkward fields to get in. You've got to be very precise with your steering, which is not my forte. I'm not going to use course plans. I'm actually going to do I'm hoping to do two. I will have done two videos for Saturday 2 weeks ago. You'll know by now if I have or not. And I hope to use course play a bit on some of them. I'm trying not to here because it's a wee bit cheaty, I would suggest. Oops. Can't quite see that. So it's actually being out of cab, but I think if anybody's done these missions knows it's a lot easier to do them out of cab. And I'm all for an easy life. Especially at my age. 17. We all stopped laughing at that. I was 17 once. Rather too many years ago, 'tis true. Oh yeah, the 2-week gap I got between making and going up. It's one of the reasons I don't answer many comments in the videos. By the time I come to answer them, my answer is going to be way out of date anyway. I will answer in the comments section if you put a comment in, I will answer there. Yeah, this isn't going to take long either, but we will make money on this one. It looks like we're going to have about 43,000 to take up to Scotland. I'm hoping, as I say, I'm hoping up in Scotland we're going to make enough to actually buy ourselves a tractor. Possibly wait until we get down here before we buy it. And we do some fertiliser. We'll also have to buy a spreader. I have got a modded spreader which will take lime as well as fert. That may be what I go for. It's quite cheap and small. I'm getting ready now. It shouldn't be that much longer before it flashes up. You have done. Oh, and there's one other thing I want to talk about, and that's the harvest missions can be a little bit touch and go. I have had quite a few I had about 3, I think. For someone as impatient as I am, it's quite a few. Where I haven't managed to complete them because of hasn't been enough grain on the field. And that's happened with both modded and Giant's Own maps, so it's something slightly awry there. What I normally do if I'm playing off screen is I take how much you would have got for the contract, then hack the save file and put that in. So I still get the money for it, even if I haven't completed the thing. It isn't my fault. There ain't enough on there. I wonder if some of the figures were taken from a fully fertilised, clean field, and quite often the fields you get to harvest haven't been fertilised and is full of weed. Just my thought. Right, we'll do one more. We've got time. It'll be about a 40-minute video then. That's for Chris. He likes longer videos though. But the only really long one I got at the moment regularly is the Motorsport Manager, which is not everybody's cup of tea. But again, if I'm not in this for popularity, just to have a bit of fun and hope enough other people enjoy it to make it worthwhile, I don't bother with too much with what people like or don't like. It isn't I don't care what you like or don't like, it's just that I'm doing what I like. Yeah, I know I'm selfish. As I say, as teenagers, always selfish. I'm just going to fill that up, then drop it off again. Just so I don't have too many tubs messing around here, that's it. Now, shut it off. Sound content costs you, that's a bit better now. That's a small, I want one. I seem to like this setup. Oh, this is one with something. This has got something slightly different. 59, I was up at the top, and we'd do this one. Borrow items. Oh, the times I forgot to borrow items. Luckily, mainly off screen. Oh, we got Fent 310. Something different. And we've also got what will be a better sprayer for this smaller one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just gonna strain it all up. Oh. I tell you what, if you use a manual attach, I'd have never attached that. Not how far I was there. I hope manual attach comes out on this. I hope the author is beavering away to make it. Alright, no, 59. I don't think that's a very big one. We'll take what we've got in this tank. Oh, yeah, this. Also, that's filling. We'll just have a look, see where 59 is. 750. Oh, there we are. Oh, that's in. Oh, we went for 57. We'll go the same way for a start off, then straight on. Now, I don't seem too front end light on this setup. Mind you, it holds a lot less juice. Yeah, I was talking about the harvest. And, I've got a feeling it was set up, as I say, the harvest missions for a clean field. Certainly half fertilised, and not fully fertilised, and no weed. And partially ploughed as well, but that I don't know. I'm only surmising. But it seems strange. Like I say, I've done a few harvest. I don't do that many harvest missions now because I don't want to get into a situation you can't get it done. I think my favourite is actually the Byland missions. It's the longest, the most drawn out. As you saw in the one I've done on here, I got a 50% bonus for extra biles. Because on most of those you can cut and bale the grass on the outside the field. And the field margins are big enough to make that worthwhile. It's another 2-3 bales. So I've got to shoot between 52 and 60. Yeah, so this I'm using this now. This series, what I wanted to. As maps are coming out, and I want to have a go at them. This is a perfect one to have a go at. Have a base map, which is this one, which is Maypole, and go off for about 5 episodes or so, 4 or 5 episodes. Which one was this now? My memory is awful. 59 is straight ahead of us. It must be this field here. Yes, it's this one. Come out of cab again. Just potatoes. Just back her up. Point her in the right direction. Hit go and hit spray. This is a little bit bigger field. Surprising that's using a smaller sprayer on this bigger field. But well, I know we noticed that on 17 on the missions, gave you some of this it quite often gave you something you couldn't do, because depending on what mod you had in. At times it gave me a tank from an AR tank or spreader or whatever, without the actual wheels to go with it. But I do like this contract system. I say there is slight problem with harvests now and again. The only thing I don't like on the contract, and luckily it's not incorporated on this, is the transport missions. They're just not worthwhile. I'd like to see the transport missions you fill up with a load of wheat or barley or whatever, and then have to deliver it to its destination. Now I think we should be. Oh, yeah, there. Just about see it there. It's very, very hard to see the. You'll get just the right angle, especially when crops are starting to grow, where the bits you've done is and where the bits you haven't done. That's where quite often I'm using courseplay off screen to do these now, because you set the course and that's going to do the biggest part of it anyway. And I will congratulate the guys who are behind courseplay for this edition. They seem to change almost every time there's a new courseplay. People get, well, they want a life again after working on courseplay, and you don't get that much of a life whilst you're working on that. At the moment they put new issues up 2, 3, 4 times a day. That's without translation extras. They really are working hard. I think it's about a 3-man team again. I know Satis is there, and he was there last time. Pop, I think, joined about halfway through 17. But quite a few of the older ones have gone. Realists, I think, are still working like hell trying to make sense of the engine there, of the changes to the engine. Which I say has surprised me slightly, as one of them works for Giants and was behind this contract system. Anyway, we're driving back. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, you know, it doesn't cost anything. You can always unsubscribe if you get fed up with me. Well, give me a week or two. Just let me bore you completely senseless before you hit the unsubscribe button. Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions? And if you've got map suggestions, I will not download a map where I have to use craploader.net or uploader.crap, whichever way you want to call it. I will not use that system. I will not use third-party sites. So if you've got a favourite map, make sure it's the author's preferred site as you link me to. I will have a look at it. I'm not very keen on big open maps. I much prefer these little tight things. Yes, I'm odd like that. I'm very, very odd. And I prefer small to medium fields. Just it's my favourite. I know you can do with big equipment, you can do a big field as quick as you can do a small field with small equipment. But I just prefer this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the rest of this on here. Drop this off, and next time we will be up in Bonnie, Scotland, and we'll have a look at. We'll do some contracts on Scooter's map. Let's hope, mate. might have emptied it out, but it hasn't. We'll just finish off by... No, I ain't switched the engine off this time, never mind. Right, back. I'm not going to collect another one. Well, we've got 40... I'm going to make a note of this. Let's see, once I just write this down. So we got 43,063, and that's to go to Isla. And with that, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.